Hello, today this is going to be an overview of how this car performed on different terrain. You've seen this car jumping around on the beach, on the skate parks. You've seen how this car jumped from really high altitudes and almost didn't get any damage. Clips were falling off all the time, so I lost most of them. In this case you have to buy new clips, or you can get the paper clips like this. Just curve them like a body clip, or you can use them directly without doing any modifications. For example, you can see that it can lock itself if you curve it a little bit like this, put it in here and just curve it back, then you have it locked in its place. It won't look nice, but it will work. If you want to look it nicer, you can just pick up an original clip and curve it looking at its shape by using this instrument here. It's very easy. In a few minutes you can make it yourself. Well, this clip will fall off eventually as well, so you'll have to make a lot of clips. Or you can find better clips that would stay in its place even when the car falls and hits the ground. Usually you lose these clips when the car hits the ground. So what else happened with the car when it was hitting the ground, when it was falling from high altitude? I had this plastic car body broken here, but you can see that it got scratched all the way here, and it didn't break. You could see in the videos how the car would just fall on the ground like this, and this car is pretty heavy and nothing would happen to this case. So this plastic is pretty good in any case, but you can buy spare parts and you can buy this body car, and you can even buy different models and put it on the car. What else would happen? While driving, one time I had one of the wheels fly away. It's just because the nuts in these wheels can get loose with time. Just check them from time to time. If you drive your car in the sand, for example, losing the nut would mean you'll have to buy another nut, but it's not a big deal. You can find the spare nuts on the internet. But the major issue what happened with this car was, again, the worn gears. The gears inside of the car got worn out, I think. Let's just see what's happening with the car now. When I try to make it move, it just doesn't move. It's because something happened to the gears or with the axles inside. So we'll check what's going on now. Why I think it happens is because my kid liked to see how the wheels rotate in the sand by blocking the car in front. He was doing it like this and then starting the car, and would just enjoy observing how the sand would fly away and the wheels would dig into the soil. So I think that's what happened. By blocking the car and moving the wheels, the gears would get too much pressure and they would just wear out. One more thing to mention is the battery connectors. They are not very comfortable to use. They are very hard to remove, and while you try to remove it, there's chances that you pull the cables out. I had a situation when I had to fix one of the cables. Now we'll open the car body here and we'll see what's going on. This is the first time I'm disassembling this car. So I'll start by removing the screws on this cap here, and we'll see if it's a whole piece here. Then I'll have to detach the shock absorbers from here, and maybe some extra parts, but we'll start with the screws first. And I'm not sure if this is the whole part as well. By removing the screws we will understand what's going on here. And yes, I see a lot of gears worn out here. So you can see that a lot of sand is inside, and we can see that the gears of the electrical motors are worn out, first of all. And then I see that this gear is worn out. And that was the problem. So the electrical motors are moving, and this gear is not moving. All the teeth of this gear are gone. That's the same problem that I've seen in the previous models, in smaller cars. This gear here is made of a very soft metal and it just wears out very quickly. And I need to check if I can remove the gears. If not, I'll have to replace the motors, because in the previous model I was not able to remove this gear. This is a special instrument that you can use to remove these gears. This gear has no teeth at all, so it's all gone. It means that I will have to replace the whole axle here. All other gears look okay. This car was tested in a very hard environment with a lot of sand and debris, so in regular conditions you should not have much problems with this car. In general, I like this car and it's really fun to play with it.